Hello and welcome back to our series where we teach you literally everything you need to know about Lightroom Classic. Today we're editing food photos. Now this is one of those things, every food photo is going to be a little bit different, but the whole idea is going to draw more attention to the food and less attention to the background. And you can do that with light levels and saturation and a little bit of texture and clarity as well. So we're going to show you how to do all that. Let's go ahead and jump in. So here we are. I love this photo. Who doesn't love a donut with a bunch of sprinkles on it? Absolutely amazing. I think this is great, but the background here is just a little bit bright and it's kind of taking away some of the attention from the donut. So that's what we're going to start off with. Now we're going to go right into our masking. So let's click on our mask. Now, if sometimes you want to select the background, there is a background icon right here. So you can select the background. There we go. Now looks pretty good. You can see it identified this main donut as a subject and it selected the background. Keep in mind, you can change and update this at any time. So what we want to do is take less attention for the background. So we can do that by lowering the saturation. We can do that by darkening it as well. So let's go ahead right here where it says exposure. We're just going to take this and drag it down a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with it. Just a little bit lower lower exposure is going to really help out. Now, also, if you take your saturation and drag this a little bit lower, it's just going to draw more attention to the things that are really bright and saturated here, like in the foreground with this donut. All right, now let's go here in our masks. You have this little eyeball here. I can just click there and then see that before and after. Already you can see like, yeah, that makes a nice difference. Now, if you want some of this, you can see when I turn this off and on, it's actually like darkened some of my donut as well, right? So I can hit subtract right here and then I can just go down to my brush. And then with my brush, let's go ahead and make sure that we have some feathering. We bring our flow up and then there we go. We're just going to use our open and close brackets to make our brush larger and smaller. And I can just subtract this out from the mask, making sure that this donut stays bright too. Okay, we did want to make the background a little bit darker, but we're just updating the mask to make sure it doesn't affect the donut. So let's just turn this off and on and we can see, okay, that's looking really good there. Maybe some of the plate right up here. Fantastic. So just like we made the background a little bit darker, now we're going to make our subject, the donut, a little bit brighter. I love that the subject is a donut, by the way. Let's hit create new mask. And again, here you can just go to select subject because it did a pretty good job identifying this donut as a subject. If it doesn't do that, that's okay. You can use a radial gradient or you can even just brush over top of the subject of food. Okay, so it's selected the subject. That looks great. I'm going to take our exposure. We're just going to bring this up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to protect our highlights while we're at that though. So sometimes if you bring your exposure up, it's going to make your highlights a little bit too bright. Okay, so you want to make sure you protect your highlights by bringing them back down a little bit. Fantastic. Next, I mean, it's pretty saturated here, but why not? Let's just increase the saturation a little bit more. I mean, come on, it's sprinkles on donuts, right? We want it to look great. Fantastic. And then here down in your effects panel, you can see we have both texture and clarity. So I'm going to hold spacebar and click to zoom in. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Let's go ahead and bring up our texture a little bit. You can see as I bring this up, there we go, just a little bit more detail. And then clarity here is just going to add a little bit, makes the highlights a little bit brighter and the shadows a little bit darker. There we go. So some texture and some clarity. I think this is looking so good. Now, I want to add a little bit of a vignette to this image again, because still I did a great job making the background a little bit darker. But you know what? It could still use a little bit of vignette. Like I wouldn't mind if this corner was even darker, and that would just really help us focus right there on these donuts, okay? So let's hit create new mask, and we're gonna go down to where it says a radial gradient. We're gonna click and drag out just like this, okay? Now with this, you can go all the way up over here where you see radial gradient. You can adjust your feathering. So if I wanna adjust this feathering to include, you know what, let's make it a little bit smaller so you can actually see what that feathering is doing. Okay, let's make this smaller. So, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just increase our exposure just so you can see exactly what's going on. So when you do this feathering, that changes your edge. So it's gonna be more focused like towards a circle and it's gonna kind of feather towards the outside. Okay, now what we actually wanna do is introduce a little bit of vignetting to make the background darker. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Right now it's affecting the center of this radial gradient. So we wanna invert that and make sure it affects the outside. You can do that in two ways. You can go right over here where you have your radial gradient. Okay, you can go ... and you can click on invert. There we go. And now you're seeing it's affecting the outside. Or right over here, you have an invert icon. You can just click on that. Okay. Now, in this case, we brought our exposure up, but what I actually want to do is bring our exposure down. There we go. So this is looking good. So basically, to recap what we did, we created a radial gradient. Okay. We inverted it and we brought the exposure down. And now I can adjust my feathering to decide just how much I want to, like, look at this. It's almost like we have a spotlight on our donut. So that feathering, that's going to be super important. Don't forget, you can move this at any time. There we go. So feathering, we just really want to dial this in. I know I used to kind of just like put feathering at 100% like all the time, but it really is worth going in here and changing your feathering and deciding how much you'd like to feather your radial gradient, because it makes a big difference in the overall look of the image. There we go. Let's just bring that up a little bit there. Fantastic. And I'm just going to dial in feather. You can see like this obviously looks fake. You know, if we bring it in too much, you can't really tell. But, you know, somewhere right around there, it's like, oh, that's exactly what we want. That's looking really, really good. And I really like this donut photo. So let's go ahead and take a look at our before and after. You can click on that slash key right above enter or return. So there's the before and there's the after. You can see, again, we're not making super huge adjustments to the food. Like a good food photo, they're really hard to do. But a lot of that is in staging and how the food actually looks when you capture it, okay? Like what we're trying to do in post-production is less attention on the background, more attention on the food, bumping up colors just a little bit, adding some texture and clarity, and you're good to go. So the next time you have some food photos you want to edit, you can just take the same exact principle, any type of food, make it a little bit brighter, add a little bit more texture and contrast and clarity and saturation, and then bring it down in the background. You should be good to go. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow for more Lightroom knowledge, part of our 30 Days of Lightroom series. Bye, everyone.